from Yashodeep sir. Very, very nice, sir. And we see how our youngsters, these young students, they're so keen, and hope they continue with their interest and they themselves move ahead with research and
Indeed.
they add value to all this work. So definitely very nice, sir. And now we are just about in time, another 2 minutes before we start with our this session on health and physical health and related activities, our module 2, where we'll be discussing the whole set of proposals again with Dr. Sundarraj Perumalji. Yesterday we had uh, Professor B.V. Kumaraswamy with us, where we understood this holistic health, its approach, how to look at these signs which we receive from our body and how to work on them. So this is what we heard from Sir yesterday, and of course, we are going to start the session in another minute. Just to inform all our participants, we have this creative practices session also coming up at 4:30, and so many of our participants, they know that they have to submit their entries for this session, and we will be hearing some sharings also from our participants in that session in between. So with this, maybe since now it is 3:15, I now would like to welcome uh, Dr. Sundarraj Perumalji for this special session on health and physical activities. We all are already introduced to Sir. So welcome, Sir. It is our day 4, and on day 1 and 2, you interacted with the students and you made them understand about the basic principles for holistic human health. Uh, the students are looking forward for a more interactive session today. So welcome, Dr. Sundarrajji. Welcome and namaste to you, sir. Uh, I hope we are reaching out to you, sir. Sundarraj, sir. Sundarraj, sir, am I audible to you, sir?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, this is Dr. Sushila Murthy.
Ji. Yes, Sushila ji.
I think he's here. He's here. His co-host
Yes,
also.
yes. Yes. I can see, sir, but that's why I'm asking, sir, is my voice reaching to you, sir? Sundarraj, sir? Not getting any response. I could see, sir, in this list of panelists. So that's why I wanted to ask, sir.
So I just want to ask the
Maybe
students.
sir's mic is also unmuted now, and PPT is shared.
Okay.
But we are not getting sir's voice.
Yes.
I could see sir's mic unmuted. Sir, we are not getting your voice.
Dinesh sir may be taken that lecture from their second connection. One another connection he has connected with one another connection. They maybe take the lecture through that.
But we are not hearing sir's voice. Are you getting sir's voice? I am not getting any voice from my end.
No, Didi, I am also not ready.
Ji. Sushila ji, can you please call sir and find out what is the issue at sir's end? Is it connectivity issue or something else?
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes. Sundarraj sir, yes. You are audible now.
Yeah, now it is saying you cannot start your video because the host has stopped it.
Just a second, sir. Let me check. Okay. Pandey sir,
Now you can
another
say
ID. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Am I visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Perfectly.
Great. Okay.
You can share your screen, sir, now.
Yeah.
Yes, the screen is visible. Yes, sir.
Great.
Welcome, sir.
Audio is also clear, no?
Yes, sir. Perfectly. Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Vanchana ji. So yesterday, all the students who have attended the English session, so you have listened to my Guru, Dr. Kumar Swami sir, and I'm so happy that you had an opportunity to listen to such a great, eminent scholar and wonderful Vaidya. But there was some technical problem, and the slides were not coming up, or sir was not able to see the slides. So just to refresh your memory and just to make it clear, I will just take you through all the slides quickly, yesterday's slides, and then I will start the today's topic. So how are the students doing today? Yeah, very good. Nice. So today, this is the whole scope of this workshop. The yellow part is the understanding part. We have completed it yesterday. We'll just skip through, go through all the slides which were supposed to be explained yesterday. So, so in this understanding part, we will be understanding about the human body, what exactly this human body is made up of, and then we will also understand how to assess our own health, in which way body tells us whether we are healthy or not. And then we will also understand our own body more clearly, because there are so many differences between so many of us. There are so many distinct constitutions, physically, psychologically, physiologically, emotionally, intellectually. That part also we will understand. So we will try to understand about the human being as a whole today. So as you know, human body is a complex organization of trillions of cells working together in different organ systems to perform several functions which are essential to maintain life. And all these cells in each and every organ system, they are working together in coexistence, in harmony. There are atoms, and few atoms, they get together, they become molecules. And in human body, there are so many molecules like mitochondria, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, RNA, DNA, ribosomes, lysosomes, centrosomes. Like so many molecules come together and they become one cell. And this cell is a fundamental unit, functional unit of a human body. And it is just independently functioning structure. And such similar cells which are working together, if they come together, they are called a tissue. And there are four different kinds of tissues: connective tissue, epithelial tissue, muscle tissue, and nervous tissue. So these tissues have distinct activities which they perform. And when two or three tissues come together, they make an organ. And when two or three different organs, two or many different organs come together to perform a specific physiological need, to cater to a specific physiological need, then we have an organ system. So if you can see here, there is this epithelial cell and a smooth muscle cell, and all the epithelial cells together become epithelial tissue. And this epithelial tissue, muscle tissue, all of them, when they come together, you will see the stomach getting formed, where there is also muscle tissue, there is also epithelial tissue. And stomach is an organ, and there are other organs like small intestine, large intestine, colon, rectum, and all of them come together to form this digestive system, which is an organ system. So cell, tissue, organ system, and all these organ systems together form this organism, whether it is a human being or other organisms. So every organism has its cells, tissues, organ systems, and all these organ systems, they are working together in harmony, so that we will always stay healthy, and we don't have to do anything to make them work. All we have to do is understand what not to do to disturb this harmony. That is what we are going to understand in this workshop. So there are so many organ systems, like integumentary system comprises of the skin, which is the biggest organ, and it helps us from it protects us from external environment. It forms like a shield which will help us. It is like a all the bacteria, virus, all these things will not enter our body because the skin is there. And we have the skeletal system, muscular system, which will help us move, nervous system, which will transform all signals from one part to another part of the body, digestive system, which will help process the food and in the assimilation, absorption, and then we have this cardiovascular system. Heart pumps the blood and supplies the nutrients and oxygen to all parts of the body. Respiratory system, where the lungs remove this carbon dioxide from the blood and put oxygen into this blood. And lymphatic system, which is the most important part of the body. All the white blood cells, the immune system is actually the lymphatic system. Body fights with external invasions with the help of lymphatic system. Endocrine system, all the hormones get produced by various endocrinal glands. Urinary system, where the blood gets purified and waste removal happens through urine. Reproductive system, not just the cell reproduction, the entire continuation of the humanity, these generations happens with the reproductive system. There are so many systems, and they are working in sync with each other in beautiful synchrony. This harmony should be maintained for us to be healthy. And I would like to tell you about this wonderful concept of regeneration. Generally, we think that our body is like a statue fixed in time and space, and slowly it becomes old, and it is not a fact. A philosopher said that you cannot step into the same water twice, and human body is like a flowing river. So continuously our cells, they take birth, they function, and they die. Continuously this process happens. Old cells, they die, new cells, they get produced, and regeneration happens continuously in our body irrespective of our age. So many people think that if my bones got degenerated, I have to get surgery done. That is the only way, because I will not be able to regenerate my bones, regenerate my cartilage. But that is not true. In fact, body has this wonderful capability of regenerating itself if we don't disturb it. And of course, we can enhance this regeneration capacity if we do some activities daily. If we include some wonderful health tasks in our daily routine, we will be able to help this process called regeneration, and we will always stay healthy. But why do people think that regeneration is not possible, and why actually people are not seeing regeneration? If there is a degeneration in my knee or in my lower back, so it is staying like this even after 1 year, 2 years, it is not getting regenerated by itself. What is happening? Why is it happening? That we need to understand. And nowadays this degeneration is happening at a much younger age. Like kids with at the age of 13 years, we have treated a patient who is having severe disc prolapse and degeneration and back pain. She was going for a surgery. We helped her regenerate her disc and cartilage without a surgery. But why is it happening at a young age? Previously we used to think that degeneration happens in old age, but why it is happening at an young age, we need to understand. And why people are unable to reverse it? Because people got conditioned by the misinformation. People assumed that degeneration is the only way, regeneration is not possible. That is the assumption people are having. In Kerala, when they train elephants, when the elephant is a baby elephant, the baby elephant, they tie this baby elephant with some kind of colored rope, and because it is a baby elephant, it will not be able to free itself. And they train it regularly. When the elephant becomes a big elephant, and if you chain it with iron chains and tie it to the tree, it can easily get itself free of these chains, or it can remove this tree. But if you tie it with that childhood's rope, it will not be able to free itself, because it got conditioned. It got fixed in its mind that if they tie me with this rope, I will not be able to free myself. In the same way, human beings are getting conditioned that you will get degenerated. Once the degeneration happens, you have to go for surgery, you have to live with it. There is no other way of regenerating your body. This is what people think and they got conditioned, and that is what is happening. But when you look at scientific research, of course, in our Indian tradition, in Ayurveda, they say that regeneration is always possible. But if we look at scientific research, now we know how many days each cell lives in our body. For example, the stomach wall lining cells, epithelial cells, they live only for 5 days. They take birth, they function, they do their own functions, and they die only for 5 days. In the same way, 39 days, our skin cells live only for 39 days. After that, they die. And the same way, we all know about blood cells, 120 days. So that is why if you donate your blood, body will make its own blood, fresh blood again. Nowadays, liver transplantation is happening. A person with a healthy liver, they will take a part of his liver and transplant it to the person whose liver got damaged completely, and within a few days, both of them will grow their liver to their normal size. So this regenerative therapy, lots and lots of research is happening all over the world. People now know that regeneration is possible, but we need to understand what exactly we have to do to regenerate and to stop this degeneration process to appear at a very young age. That is what we will understand. And before that, we need to understand the state of our body, state of ourself, whether we are really healthy or not. We were speaking about health again and again. So yesterday, sir gave us an idea about how to observe a body. So I will today tell you what to observe inside our body. Like if our self is happy, self is healthy, there will be happiness and prosperity, and there will be continuity of this happiness and prosperity, and there will be this self regulation. I will be able to control, I will be able to do whatever actually is right, and there will be a feeling of coexistence with my family members, with my colleagues, with my friends, with my relatives, with everyone, with the entire existence. I will be able to live in a coexistence. That feeling itself indicates that self is healthy. And when the body is healthy, all the organs and organ systems are functioning properly, proper digestion, proper excretion, sense organs are functioning normally, sleep is normal. These are some examples which will tell us that we are healthy. Now we will go deeper into how to observe, how to see what is happening, what to observe, just to know whether we are healthy or not. See, there are so many things we can observe in our body. For example, we can observe a breath pattern. How is a breath pattern? Are we breathing properly? Are we doing a shallow breathing? Are we doing a deep breath, taking a deep breath regularly? Is our breath abdominal breath, or only from the top portion only we are breathing? And is our breath rhythmatic breath, or arithmetically without any rhythm? Sometimes we are breathing faster, sometimes we are breathing slower. That we need to observe. If you observe in different times of the day and different conditions, in different mental states, our breath pattern alters. And by changing this breath pattern, we can also alter the mental state. It's like vice versa. We can observe hunger, whether it is happening in the right time regularly or not, thirst happening in the right time regularly or not. How is our strength? Are we feeling strong always, or sometimes we are feeling weak? Are we flexible, or our muscles, bones, joints, they are flexible, or are they rigid? And when we are doing excess physical activity, are we able to withstand this strain or not? And are we able to withstand the change in temperature outside? When it becomes too hot or too cold, are we able to withstand it? Are we able to withstand the change in the weather, seasons? Like, are we always feeling healthy in different conditions? And what about ourself? What is happening in ourself? In the self, are we feeling enthusiastic, or always we are feeling lethargic? We don't want to do anything, we just want to relax. Are we feeling like that? And when there is stress, how are we reacting to stress? When there are challenges, are we facing them, or are we just running away from these challenges? And are we having this feeling of prosperity, or we are feeling deprived? We want to earn, get more and more, because we always feel deprived. What kind of feeling is there in ourselves? And when it comes to others, are we having this trust, or are we having this fear when we look at others? And when we look at others, are we feeling superior or inferior, or feeling that everyone is equal? What about our relationship with our own family members, our friends, our colleagues, our teachers, our juniors, our seniors. How is our relationship? All these things we need to look at ourselves and we need to understand. And I will go in detail how to go about it. So first thing is, if our digestion is good, when we are eating food, after eating, after some time, if our bodies, if you feel light and if you feel energized, then your digestion is happening properly. But if you feel that the stomach is bloated, if you feel very uncomfortable, in fact if you feel weak after having food, then the digestion is not happening properly. And if the hunger is happening regularly, like whatever time you fix for eating food, a regular time you are getting proper hunger, not less not more, then the appetite is good. And when you try to sleep, when you lie down on your bed, immediately if you are able to sleep, then you are having a good sleep. And when you try to get up, when the alarm rings or someone wakes you up, are you able to jump out of your bed immediately feeling fresh, or you are just dragging yourself after, going this way, that way, taking curvity and like that? Are you feeling some kind of weakness even after getting a good night's sleep? That we need to examine. And the normal functioning of our five sense organs, our sense organs, they should continuously work properly. And over a period of time, maybe after 50 years, 60 years, they might deteriorate a little. But nowadays we see that even small kids with 6 years, 7 years, they're having big spectacles and hearing aids, and the sense organs are not functioning properly at the very young age. So what about us? How are our sense organs functioning? And elimination of waste. Continuously lots and lots of waste gets generated inside our body, and it gets removed through bowel movement, sweat, urine. So is this happening properly? Regular bowel movement and the sweat is happening properly every day and not without any bad odor. And urine the urination is happening properly. And in the women's female students, the menstrual cycle is regular. All we have to observe whether this is happening properly every day, regularly. And what about our physical structure? Our muscles, bones, fat, are they uniformly distributed? Or you find that you're overweight or emaciated? What is happening? How is your physical body? And how is your natural strength, immunity? Are they getting maintained properly? And the color of our skin, so natural color which is there from from childhood, is it getting maintained, or is it becoming darker or lighter? Is it becoming too oily, too dry, too hot, too cold? What is happening in your skin? And again, as I told you, are you able to do lots and lots of physical activity or not? Are you able to withstand when there is extreme hot temperature? Are you comfortable? Can you work in the temperature? When there is extreme cold temperature, are you comfortable? Is there no imbalance inside your body? Then you are healthy. And what about studies or doing any work? Are we able to focus? Are we able to concentrate on whatever we wanted to do? Or when we are trying to focus on something, our mind is going to something else. So like everyone tells us, focus on your studies, concentrate on your studies, and even we want to have a razor sharp focus. But is anyone teaching us how to focus and concentrate? What is the method? What is the way how to do it? So is anyone teaching us actually in our studies, in your education system, or your parents, your teachers? What is happening? So of course we will try to address that also in yeah, someone is telling no sir. So we will try to address that also in this health session. And then how are you feeling inside? Peace and contentment. And and how is your relationship with family, friends, colleagues, relatives? Everything is very, very important. And as WHO defines health, we should be in a state of physical, mental, and social well-being. So with everyone also, our relationship, our communication, everything should be in a sound way, right way. So that we need to observe. And like yesterday sir told, we need to observe, and we start observing. When we start focusing what's happening, lots and lots of thoughts will come. We will not be able to concentrate, but don't resist those thoughts, just watch them, and they slowly will die away, and you will be able to concentrate on what is most important. And sir also told yesterday that immediately after getting up, you can just sit in a comfortable posture, just observe what's happening. What about the food you took yesterday, it got digested or not, you had proper sleep or not, you're feeling energetic or not, you're feeling light or heavy, how is your breath pattern. There are so many things. And how is the status of my mind, how are my body parts functioning, and what is the important thing I can do today, what new health tasks or other tasks which will make me better and better every day, what can I include every day. That morning you can just have an introspection. So when you are able to become aware of yourself, and you start interaction about every aspect of your life, then you will start communicating with your own body. The communication channels between body and self will open. And this continuous practice will make us very, very strong at communicating with ourselves. And slowly we will be able to understand every aspect of our health. Every part of our body will tell us what is happening inside it. So we will learn that art in this workshop. Okay, so we have completed almost this yellow part, but we need to understand a very, very, very important aspect, and that today we will be going to discuss. And this is one homework which is supposed to be given yesterday only. They will send you a Google form. All the questions I have asked right now till now, all the questions are here, about the appetite, about the bowel movement, skin, everything. Each and every question has been covered. All you have to do is fill the Google form with either yes or no. Yes or no. Yeah, someone says we did it. Very good, wonderful. So by just putting yes or no, and then you can just see the score you got, you can evaluate. And of course, tomorrow, tomorrow we will have a discussion on it. Oh, it was in a word form. Anyway, whichever form you have, you can just someone is also writing the score. Yesterday I think this homework was not given in English session, only we gave it in the Hindi session. Anyway, great.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So those people who have not filled it at, please fill it. So some children, they said they are saying that 16, 19. Okay. So then we have to focus on our own health. It is high time we focus our own health. If you are getting below 20, okay, some people are getting 22. That's great. Okay. We will discuss more on that score tomorrow. Okay. And someone asking when will we get this in mail or something like that. Okay, fine. So now I would like to ask you some questions. Okay. So what is the mobile app you use a lot? Apart from, of course, WhatsApp and Facebook, Instagram. Great. What else? Telegram, Netflix, PUBG, YouTube, WhatsApp, Free Fire, Amazon Prime, Storm Maker. Okay. Byju's, Twitter, Snapchat,
Someone is saying Arogya Setu.
Arogya Setu, great. Kind Master. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Like we all have different tastes, right? Like it's not like one particular app is favorite for everyone. I
On
have even,
YouTube also people are mentioning.
oh,
Yes.
Alright Motion, Mozilla Firefox. Oh, you use Mozilla Firefox most on your mobile. Great. Step Tracker. Great. Safari. Okay. And what are the games and sports you play more? Badminton. Okay. Cricket, shuttle, chess,
Chess,
skipping. Okay. Volleyball. On your phone?
football. Some are saying on YouTube,
Football.
Nikumani Ray saying
Oh, great. Coco. Table tennis. Temple run on your phone. Yes. Okay. Was ex-state player of Karnataka. Great. Spring. Jog about for
Someone
10
is saying
kilometers.
cycling yoga. It says.
Okay. Cycling yoga.
Yeah.
Great. PUBG playing.
So many on YouTube are saying cricket, football, volleyball, badminton. And in
Great.
fact, the moment you ask questions, we get so many answers
Yes.
continuously.
Yeah. What is your favorite food? What is like there are so many tastes also. Like which taste do you like more? Sweet taste, hot taste, salty, sour, spicy, hot, biryani, spicy. Okay. Ice cream, sweet and spicy, salty and spicy, spicy. Okay. Sweet and sour. Great. Okay. Indian, Chinese. Okay. Great. Sweet. Many people like salties. Many people like sweet. Many people like spicy. Okay. Okay. And then, yeah. What about your extracurricular activities? You like dancing or singing or music or enjoy painting? Singing, yoga, dancing. What kind of dance? Classical dance, Western dance? What kind of music? Rap, pop, Indian classical, Western classical? Okay. Break dance, Carnatic. Okay. Okay. Soft songs, Western Bollywood, Bharatanatyam,
Sketching.
melodies, drawing. Okay. Great. Yeah. One important question, like, do you plan everything every day? How important is time management for you? Will you do it meticulously every day or just you go with the flow? How will you plan every day? Weekly plan, go with the flow. Okay. I plan but don't follow. Okay. Okay. You can just say who is your favorite actor and why, favorite sports person and why, favorite friend, best friend and why, the hobby which you like most and why. And I said why, maybe it is no favorite. Okay. Rajnikant, and because he's good man. Vijay, Vijay, Akshay Kumar, because of punctuality. Tovino Thomas, Rajkumar Rao. Okay. Federer, all time best. Okay. Because so dedicated. Okay. Yeah. So my intention of asking all these questions is like, if you look at others, answers given by others, we all are somehow different in many ways. We like different kinds of foods. And one more question, like, in which weather do you feel comfortable? Hot weather, cold weather? Excuse me. Summer. Yeah, someone nice likes cold weather, hot weather, moderate weather, cold but not extreme, spring, normal, winter, raining, cold. Okay, spring, humid and cold. They like Sylvester Stallone. Okay, great. So can you see that someone likes hot weather, someone likes cold weather, someone likes humid weather, and someone likes spicy food, someone likes sweet, someone likes, you know classical, someone likes melody, someone like Western. So we all have different tastes. We all are different, though as human beings our core human values are same. We all want to be happy, and we all want to be prosperous, and we want the continuity of it. But still, physically and at the level of psychological listing also, we have different tastes, right? Do you agree? Can you see that other person may not like whatever I like. Yeah, great, great. So if you see people, we all have our own individuality, and we can just even classify this individuality into different types so that you will understand it, in a better way. We have this biochemical individuality. For example, if your blood glucose, if you test, for someone 110 is always normal. If it goes beyond it, they might have a problem. If it goes below it, it might be a problem. For some other person, 120, 130, 140 is also normal. So in our body, inside our body, these biochemicals, they will be different. The normal values will be different for different people. It is not same for everyone. Physically, we are all different. Someone is chubby, someone is lean, someone is tall, someone is short, someone is moderate. So physically also we are all different, and physiologically also we are all different. Like someone feels hunger, intense hunger is there for someone. For someone hunger is not that much. For someone hunger varies. One day it is much higher, another day it is much lower. Okay. um, if you look at emotional individuality, emotionally also we are all different. For example, um, you see, if there is a if you are going to catch a flight and you are stuck in a traffic jam, different people react in a different way. Some people, they get very nervous, tense, fear, anxiousness, that will happen. But for other person, they might get irritated, anger, he might get down from the car and fight with others, or if he might feel intense anger inside himself instead of fear. And some other person will be very relaxed, like even if there is traffic jam and even if he misses the flight, he will be very relaxed. He will just switch on the FM and he'll be listening to the songs. Can you see people are like that? And for one person, the other person seems like, how can this person be so relaxed when the whole situation is like this? But for the other person thinks that how can this person will react like this when you need to be patient and calm, particularly in this situation. That is what it is. It is individuality. And intellectually also we are all different. For example, some people grasp everything very fast, but they might also forget everything very fast. Other people, they take some time to grasp and they retain it for a longer time. Some other person might grasp it very late, but once they grasp, they will retain it forever. Or like we have different intellectual capacities, we have different aptitudes, so that we can see, right? So we have different individualities. So psychophysiological constitution is something we need to understand, so that we will better understand ourselves, and we will also understand others better, our friends, our colleagues, our family members, our teacher. When we understand them actually how they are, then we will be able to communicate with them in a better way. And when we understand ourselves in a better way, understand our constitution, then we will be able to take care of ourselves in a better way, right? So what actually governs this? Someone says it is because of poverty or something like that. No, it is not because of poverty. So our human body is a microcosm, a miniature model of the entire universe. As is the macrocosm, so is the microcosm. So our human body, it is a microcosm. It is having everything inside, whatever we are seeing outside. For example, we say 5 classical elements or pancha mahabhutas: earth, water, air, fire, ether. Like these are the terms used by our ancestors to explain nature, the complexity of all the matter in terms of simpler terms. And not just in India, in Greece, Persia, Babylonia, Japan, Tibet, everywhere similar uh, elements, classical elements are there outside, and they are also there inside our own body. We can clearly see water is there inside our body. 80% of our body is water. We can see air is there, air is going inside. Fire in the form of energy, in the form of digestive fire we have. So we can also see this earth and the space, ether, if we deeply observe our body. And all these five elements, five classical elements are there in our body, and they are in a balance. But some of the elements, they dominate our body, and that determines our constitution. Okay, for example, if the body is being dominated by air and ether, air and space, or vayu and akasha, so in our Indian tradition we say that is vata prakriti. And if the body is dominated by water and fire, they say pitta prakriti. If the body is dominated by earth and water, they say it is kapha prakriti. Like that, we have different prakritis. We need to understand what exactly they are, different constitutions. So there is a American psychologist called William Herbert Sheldon. He divided people on the basis of their physicality, somatotype. He said ectomorphs who are very lean, mesomorphs who are moderate in build, and endomorphs we are chubby in their build. Okay, and he has started this theory of constitutional psychology according to these three classifications. This was in 1940, but almost from the past 5,000 years in our India, we have this constitution, which again, this is also lots and lots of research is happening all over the world right now. But from many years, we have this beautiful knowledge of understanding our own self. We say air, space, air, water is pitta prakriti, earth, water is kapha prakriti. And Hippocrates, who is the father of medicine, he also classified people into four types: sanguines, cholerics, phlegmatics, and melancholies. So sanguine people are the talking people. Where is the fun? They are cheerful, outgoing, fun loving, controlled by charm. And cholerics, they are like the doers. They want to do it. They're strong, driven, goal oriented, control. They want to control others by fear or threat or anger. And the peaceful phlegmatics, they are just the watchers. They keep the peace. They're relaxed, they're adaptable, they're flexible, they're controlled by procrastination. They just don't do anything. They don't want to do anything unless it is very important. Perfect melancholies, they are the thinkers. If it is worth doing it, do it right. They want to do it everything in a perfect way, detailed, neat, organized, perfectionist, reserved, controlled by threat of mood. So in different um, systems, modern systems and ancient systems, we have this classification of people. Let us keenly observe the most evolved and most significant and most proper classification which we get to see. Okay, so when we say air space type, AST or vata prakriti, here you'll see that people are light, thin build, and light bones and muscles. There is less fat. The skin is cold and dry. The activity is very much quick activities there, quick gait. They walk very fast, and they do anything very fast because air is there. Na, they move. Movement is there. The digestion, some days the digestion is good, some days the digestion is not bad, not good. Hunger, sometimes they feel intense hunger, sometimes no hunger at all. They don't easily gain weight, and their sleep is also light and interrupted. If you just touch them, they will get up anytime in the night. They don't have a deep sleep, and they're vivacious, imaginative, creative, spontaneous, and they like change. They want to change, and they're extremely enthusiastic, quick to grasp but quick to forget. They love excitability, they love constant change, and the energy comes in bursts. When the energy comes, they're so very energetic, and suddenly they lose their energy. They want to take a rest, or they become very weak. And the movement is very characteristic in their mind, their body. The mind also spins like anything. Their body, if you force them to sit at one place, some body part will be moving, like this leg or hand will move. If they're standing, they're just move. If they're speaking on phone, they will move. This movement is clearly seen. And they display bursts of emotions, short-lived. They have lots of emotions, but they don't stay for a long time. Short-lived, and they easily forget these emotions, but they are sensitive. Okay, then we have this pitta prakriti, fire and water. Fire and water, deadly combination. When you heat water on fire, what happens? Steam comes very hot. Okay, they are hot people. Hot not in the sense of beauty or attractiveness. There is heat inside the body. Their build is moderately built, not so lean. And we see that even at an early age, the graying of hair, balding, or even if the hair is there, it turns into brownish color, copper color, and the skin tends to have the freckles and sometimes acne, and they have ravenous hunger and thirst, strong digestion, and they have better strength and endurance than the Vata Prakriti people. They are more stronger than Vata Prakriti people. When they walk, they don't walk very quick or light gait. Their walk is like determined stride to their walk is there. They're enterprising people, and they're like challenges. And because the fire is there in the mind, they have the sharp intellect, very sharp brain, fiery mind, and memory is moderate, not very less like Vata people. And they live by their watch. They want to plan everything, meticulous planning. They want to do everything. If they go, even if then they go to a vacation, when they go to the hotel room, they will ask for the brochures and they'll see what time this exhibition opens. Okay, 10 o'clock. Then I have to come down by 9 o'clock. Means I have to complete my breakfast by 8:30, which means I have to get up by 6. Like that, everything will be meticulously planned by them. And sometimes when they wake up at night, they feel hot and thirsty, and they take command of situations. Whenever there is a problem, some people might run away. They don't run, they take command, they lead people, they're decisive. Their sense of judgment is very good. They have this critical thinking because of the fire in their mind, and they are very articulate in their thoughts. And then we have the Kapha people, who are earth water type. And earth and water, when they get mixed, the mud happens. It is very stable. They have heavy build, and they gain weight very easily, but it is very difficult for them to lose weight. Their physical strength and endurance is very, very high. I told you, Vata people have the bursts of energy. Vata people are more like a racing car. Zoom, like the energy is like room, lots and lots of energy, boom, lots of energy comes in bursts, and they are very fast than anyone else when they have a lot of energy. But immediately they lose their energy. Like the racing car, immediately what happens? The car has to stop. All the nuts and bolts will become loose. The fuel will be over. Then I have to refuel it. Vata people are like that. When the energy is more, they'll be working like anything. Immediately they lose energy. They need to take frequent rest. But unlike them, the Pitta people are more like an SUV, which is also having considerable amount of strength and also more endurance. So not as much as energy as Vata people at their peak, but definitely more energy, more endurance. They can go longer. But when it comes to Kapha people, they are more like, it's not like lots of energy will not come at a time, but they will never lose their energy. They will go fast. They can pull any amount of load. They can take any amount of this thing, and slowly and steadily they will continue forever, like that. So just to give an example, I just showed you these pictures. Okay, then yeah. Though, and one more important thing is, their walk is gliding as if they are just gliding slowly. Vata people are like this, and Pitta people are determined walk, and Kapha people's this thing is as if they are gliding. You will see the walk very slow. Some people get irritated why these Kapha people are walking so slow. Okay, and then they hold on to things. They don't give away things so easily. They hold on to body fluids and fat, so they don't lose fat easily, and they hold on to relations so easily. Vata people, when they make friends very quickly, and also they lose friends very quickly. Whereas Kapha friends, it takes time to become a friend, but once you are friend forever. And Kapha people are slow to grasp, but they have a very retentive memory. They have heavy and prolonged sleep. It is very difficult to make them get up from the sleep. And they have this tendency to obesity. So most of the people, they gain a lot of weight. Their digestion is slow and mild hunger is there. And they are so affectionate, loving, tolerant, forgiving people. Other people like Pitta people judge us, criticize us, but these people will not judge us, criticize us. They are very tolerant. They forgive us. They are very affectionate. They have this empathy, and they look like a tranquil and relaxed personality. They are slow to get anger. Even if they get anger, they will not show that anger. And if there is a lot of stress, then they might become possessive and complacent. But normally they are relaxed. They are happy with things as they are. They doesn't want to change too much. Vata people, once like suddenly you have a plan, you want to go to a movie, and you all are going to movie. Suddenly something happens, and you want to change a plan. Suddenly the Vata people will be ready for the change in plan. Okay, we'll go to the beach, or we will go to some other place. But Pitta people and Kapha people, Arey, how can you change that plan like that? We have planned for this. How can you immediately change it? They don't like the change. So you see people like this, right? So when you see, we will think that there is something wrong with the other person. No, it is not something wrong, but the other person is his own way. That is, it's his own nature that we need to understand. And these Kapha people, they respect other people's feelings, they show genuine empathy, and they seek emotional comfort in eating. Suddenly there is a problem. Vata people will be very anxious, tension, 100 things will be running in their mind. Pitta people will gather people and they try to lead and start a revolution. And Kapha people will run away and start getting emotional comfort in eating. That is what we see. Yeah. Now, whatever I told you till now, this is the normalcy. This is what you see normally. But when there is an imbalance of this air and space in Vata people, then they display different kinds of properties, which is much, much annoying to us, to themselves, to us also. And what causes this imbalance in Vata people? If there is excess stress, anxiety, tension, and if they are straining too much, as I told you, energy comes in bursts, and they have to take rest, and they are not taking rest, and they are getting a lot of doing a lot of physical activity and straining too much, then the Vata gets disturbed. If they eat cold food, raw food, iced beverages, or they skip meals, or they don't sleep early, and if they travel a lot, this air and space, they create some imbalance inside the body. And if there is a constant grief and fear, this causes disturbance in these Vata people. And what happens? They worry too much, they are anxious, the mind becomes overactive, they are impatient, they lose mental focus, they get depressed, the attention span becomes very, very less. Whatever we are telling, they will not pay focus to anything what we say. They'll be thinking in their mind, the mind will be spinning, like spinning, and sometimes they forget everything, and sometimes they become very fearful. This is what happens when this Vata disturbance happens. And in what the behavior changes, like they don't get sleep properly, they get tired easily, fatigue, inability to relax, restlessness, appetite becomes less, they become very impulsive, they take decisions much more quickly, and they regret those decisions. Unreliable, they become unreliable. Whatever task we give, we don't know whether they will complete it or not. And they have this tendency to overexert themselves. And physically in their body, they get this constipation, and skin becomes dry or rough, and stamina becomes less, energy becomes less, gas accumulates inside the body. Sometimes BP increases, back pain increases in women, menstrual cramps, premenstrual syndrome, dysmenorrhea, IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, intolerance to cold wind, chills, shakiness in the body, aching, arthritic joints, weight loss, acute pain, muscle spasms, and lightheadedness. Something is missing inside the head, spacey feeling like that, you will see in them. And now, causes for imbalance in Pitta people: fire and water, deadly combination. As I told you, excess fire. What happens when it happens? When they're under too much of stress, and they are suppressing their anger, frustration, or resentment, and already they demand excess from themselves. And if there is again excess demand from their bosses or teachers, they become much pressurized. They burst like a cooker. Constant pressure from deadlines, worried about wasting time. They eat hot, spicy food, oily food, or food with lots and lots of salt, fermented items like cheese, vinegar, sour cream, alcohol, or stimulants, coffee, tea, alcohol, like that. Hot and humid weather also disturbs their internal balance, fatigue, and if they are badly sunburned, all this causes disturbance in Pitta. And what happens? Their sharp brain becomes a sharp tongue. Sharp brain becomes a sharp tongue. So they start uttering things which other people don't like. They start criticizing others, and they want to achieve overachieving, overly competitive. Even if someone is overtaking you on the road, they want to overtake them. Anger, hostility, irritability, impatience, resentment. And when they get up, they become frustrated and irritated with their own life. And lots and lots of outbursts of temper, argument, tyrannical behavior, revenge like feelings, intolerance. When other person makes any delay, they become intolerant, they become judgmental. Actually, they have a very good sense of judgment, they have this critical analysis analytic thinking, but now they become very judgmental when there is disturbance. They judge themselves, they judge others, they criticize themselves, they criticize others, and they want too much of perfectionism. And physically, there is a lot of inflammation in the skin, boils, hot flushes, excessive thirst, excessive hunger, and acne, heartburn, ulcers, sore body odor, bad breath, acid stomach, excessive inflammation, there is burning, there is swelling. It is because of the disturbance in pitta. And now, why kapha gets disturbed? There's earth and water. Diseases like obesity, diabetes, allergies, gaining a lot of weight and getting depressed about it, diet which is having a lot of sugar, salt, fats, fried food, heavy food, dairy foods, cheese, milk, ice cream. If you eat a lot, the kapha gets disturbed. And when you are stressed and you react it by withdrawing or feeling insecure or unwanted, excessive emphasis on possessing, storing, and saving things. Like if you see, they don't want to give away anything. They store everything, either things or fat or fluids or relationships. Okay, they sleep late. Then also it disturbs the kapha. A cold, damp weather, snowy weather, winter, spring weather, and they just get depressed during this seasons, particularly this season. And when this kapha imbalance happens, there is a lot of dullness, mental inertia, laziness, stupor, depression, over attachment to things, to over attachment to people, to friends, depression, worry. They get stuck in their own thoughts and actions. They don't just move. They become lots and lots of inertia will be there, both physically and mentally also. And they procrastinate things. They'll say tomorrow I'll do, tomorrow I'll do, and they will not be able to accept the change at all. They'll be greedy, they'll oversleep, and the movements become much slower. They crave creamy, sweet, heavy dairy foods. They hold on to fluids, hold on to fat, hold on to things, dull and lethargic. And the body, mind, and even the surroundings will become cluttery. If you look at their room, the whole room will be a mess because they don't want to put out anything. And physically, they are intolerant to cold, damp weather. Sinus congestions happen, cough, lots of running nose, blocked nose, fluid retention in the tissues, bloating, chest congestion, skin becomes pale, all the joints become achy and loose, high cholesterol, heaviness, weight gain, allergies, asthma, cysts in ladies. All these things will have. Okay, so now we need to these are the three basic characteristics which I am telling you, but there are combinations. You might not have only vata prakriti or pitta prakriti or kapha prakriti. There will be combinations. I will just take the questions within 2 minutes. I will complete and then take the questions. So we need to understand what we need to do to, whenever there is an imbalance, we need to get our this prakriti or constitution into balance, just by altering our diet, doing the proper exercise which we need for our own constitution, which is suitable for our constitution. We need to correct our daily routine. We need to also look at the seasonal effects and correct the seasonal routine. Just by doing this, we can get back to balance. We need to understand that the other person is different, and when there is a problem, he'll be more different and he will be more irritating for us if we don't understand the other person. It's very important. And to balance the vata, the person is actually, vata people are irregular, so they have to have regular habits, a proper timetable, and they have to be very calm, and they need to practice meditation, they need to take regular fluids, and they should not get exposed to stress. They should take lots and lots of rest, warmth, and hot oil massage, eating at regular interval, regular schedule for food, sleep, and other important things. And they should try to practice the calming their mind. This will balance the vata. And to balance pitta, they should take things which reduces the temperature, reduces the hotness inside the body. Cold things, like not just cool drinks, but things which have a cooling effect inside the body. And they have to be paying attention. They should pay attention to leisure, because they always work, and they don't relax. They have to relax. They always want everything to go by timetable. So they should a schedule, an unstructured schedule. Like today I will not plan anything, I will just go with the flow. Okay, like that. Vata people should put themselves in a proper plan, and Pitta people sometimes they should free themselves from this planning and other things. They should get exposed to natural beauty, balance the rest and activity should be balanced. Timely meals is very important for everyone. Decreasing the amount of stimulants in the food like coffee, tea, alcohol, like that we have to decrease, and taking appropriate diet. Let go of the need to have things go the way you think they should go. ऐसा ही होना चाहिए, this should happen like this only, they feel like that. You just let go of that need. Anything might happen, I'll just accept it. That kind of mental state should happen. And of course, to balance the kapha, stimulation is good for them through all senses. They should come out, they will not come out, they will stay in the room. They should come out, they should experience change, they should regularly exercise, they should pay attention to weight control, and they have to experience variety of experiences. And warmth and dryness is good for them. Different kinds of healthy foods they should try. They should reduce sweet and increase this bitter, pungent and astringent taste in their food, and routinely clean the clutter inside the room. Clutter inside the body, clutter inside the mind should be cleaned by these kapha people. And so to conclude, what I'm trying to tell this whole session is, basic constitution might be different, and you might be able to see that maybe this vata is there in my nails, in my lips. Like you can see the domination there. The skin is dry because of vata, but maybe my mind is pitta. These combinations will happen. So it's not like that you can see the pure vata person with both mind and vata mind and body dominated by vata. No, there will be combinations. So we need to understand what exactly is our own prakriti. So for that, we will give you a questionnaire which you will answer properly the way you are actually, not the way you wanted to. So you will answer the question. Once you understand, we will also give the recommendations, what you have to do, what kind of food you have to take, how much rest, how much exercise. Based on your own prakriti, we can design your daily schedule. And this is a wonderful knowledge. If used properly, it can really take you to the next level. And it will also help you understand the other person, the closest people in your life, your family members, your parents, your siblings. If you don't really understand them, they might be different from you completely. Their body, their mind, completely different. And if you really don't understand, you get irritated. Why this guy is like this? Why is he not getting why is he just relaxing when the situation is like this? The other person also might be feeling like this. Why this guy is like this? In this situation they should relax. Why is he so irritated? So people, if they don't understand the other person, the relationship might go badly. So we need to understand our own constitution. We need to understand the constitution of our friends, family. Then only it will be a smooth cakewalk. Our life will be very easy to lead. Okay, with this I would like to conclude, and I can take questions now.
Yeah, mostly asked question about this topic is they have qualities from more than one constitution. So is it
Yes.
natural?
Yeah, it is natural. So there are combinations of prakritis, vata, pitta, pitta, kapha, kapha, vata, and sama prakriti. There are basically 7 prakritis, and more than that, combinations also will be there.
Okay. And someone is asking which prakriti is better.
There is no prakriti which is absolutely best. All the prakritis have their own strengths and their own weaknesses, and we can't decide our own strength, our own weaknesses, and we have to put an effort to increase our strength and reduce our weaknesses.
Okay. So Revati ji is asking, is there any chance of Vata to become Kapha in later part of life?
No. Maybe you might gain some weight, or that is again a vitiation. The inbuilt constitution is always there. It will be like that only. Yeah, with time and experience, you will be able to control your feelings. You will be able to reduce the negative things which are there in you, inbuilt in you. You will be able to reduce the weaknesses, and you will be able to increase the strengths, and you can be a more balanced person over a period of time with experience and knowledge.
Now, some questions can be taken from the students who raised their
Yes.
hand.
Yeah. We can take questions. You can just read out the names.
Is Anandraj, Aditya.
Beta, you have the mic with you. You can unmute and speak. Anand Raj, Aditya, N. Mary George, Logha Varshni, any one of you.
Namaste, sir.
Yes, Sri Hari. Yes, go ahead, Sri Hari.
Namaste.
Sir, I would like to know how would the digestion
Yeah.
of food get affected through our mental thoughts and thinking?
Yeah, there is a direct effect on our thoughts, and whether it is too much thoughts or stress or whatever it is. Directly, it will affect our digestive system because mind plays a key role, and there are lots and lots of thoughts running, that too unfavorable, unpleasant thoughts. Immediately, the secretion of excess secretions of the acids or reduced secretion of enzymes, it happens, and the direct effect is there. Never thoughts, like when the thought gets processed, there is this chemical which is helpful in. There are so many different kinds of neuropeptides. When I am telling you something, you process that information. To process that information, brain secretes some neuropeptides, and these neuropeptides are like, when you are happy, you are getting happy thoughts, you are very pleasant, you are just remembering good things, or someone is praising you. All this information, when it gets processed, the neuropeptides which get produced in your brain are a different kind of neuropeptides. And when after this processing this thing, they come and they come out of the brain, they get circulated in the whole body. And these neuropeptides are like medicine. They heal so many problems. And when you are in a stress, when someone is scolding you, or you are remembering some bad things which happened in the past, or you are worried about your future, this information, when it gets processed, the neuropeptides, the kind of neuropeptides which get secreted inside your brain, are almost toxic. And when they circulate in the body, they might cause so many disturbances inside our body. So direct influence of thoughts on your food. That's why when we plan our routine, we will say, just before food, just examine how our mind is, just relax, just see how, if you're having anxiety, tension, nervousness, then just relax, do some deep breathing, and after that, with a pleasant mind, eat food, and the food will get properly digested and properly assimilated. Yeah.
Sir,
So
I
one more
just have
question.
one more thing to add.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Okay,
So,
sir.
sir,
Do the dreams that we see in our sleep also relate to?
Dreams that we see.
Sir, are dreams related to Sharira Prakriti, sir?
Huh.
For example,
Yeah.
if you,
Yes. Sharira Prakriti, like Vata people, they dream like flying in the sky and jumping or something like that. Pitab's dreams will be more energetic, more fire, and more this thing action. Kapha people's dreams will be very. And it is normal. When there is a disturbance, the kind of dreams which come are much different. Yes.
Okay.
thank
Sandeep
you,
is
sir.
asking, what are the timings for Vata, Kapha, and Pitta in a day cycle?
Actually, this dominance of Vata cycle is a very important topic. We will tell later on also. But usually, morning 2 to 6 is the Vata time, and 6 to 10 is the Pitta time. 6 to 10 is the Kapha time, and 10 to 2 is the Vata time. Morning 2 to 6, 10 to 2 is Pitta time. Pitta is the one which controls our metabolism. 10 to 2 is the time when the maximum digestive power is there. So if you eat food during this Pitta time, it will get properly. Again, Vata time, 6 to 10 is Kapha. 6 to 10 is Kapha time, and 10 to 2 is Pitta time. That Pitta time is the time when whatever food you ate, it will be converted into energy. Tissue building happens, regeneration happens, rejuvenation happens. So that time you need to take proper rest during the Pitta time. This we will explain in the later sessions.
Okay.
And Ladle strongly feels that we can do that. We can do that.
Yes.
With this, we are towards the end of today's session. In fact, the students have so many questions, sir, but probably we will require a full question answer session
Session.
once they get
Question
through
session.
all these
Yes.
proposals, these principles, and after that, these questions they can ask,
Yeah.
right, sir?
Yeah.
So, with this, we are towards the end of this session. Of course, the students are thanking you, sir, for this wonderful session they had,
Yeah.
and we see in the YouTube also there are so many comments
Yes.
regarding this being a highly interactive and informative session where
Yes.
they could identify their own prakriti, whether
Yeah.
they belong to vata, pitta, or a kapha. That is something which is very important, and they could identify themselves clearly that they might be a mixture of two kind of prakritis. That is something which is really good for all our participants to know about. So
Yes.
tomorrow maybe we'll go into more details, sir,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we all
And
look forward to this highly interactive and highly informative session.
yes. We will also send the questionnaire so that they will know the exact, they will get the exact idea of their own constitution.
So I have a
Right,
very
sir.
trivial question, sir. I have a very trivial question. Sir, can you please explain the significance of the turban that you wear?
Yeah, actually, this turban helps us focus more. And there is a scientific research, lots and lots of scientific research also went into this. In our Indian tradition, also, like they recommend wearing a turban. But when we're doing something which is very significant and we want our entire focus on one particular thing, this turban helps us when you are meditating or when you're focusing on some creative thing or something like that. So turban helps, and I tried many times, and sometimes I speak non-stop for 3 hours, 4 hours. It helps actually. You can also try it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Very nice, sir.
Thank you
Very
so much,
nice,
sir.
sir.
Yeah, I can see
Yes.
Arjun already here. Hi, Arjun.
So now